Hello. For a change today, I'm inside the house and I thought I'd give you some updates to the renovations in our very old cottage. I'm Ms. Zorab and this is Byther Farm. When we moved in, this kitchen had fake beams going across the ceilings in a very, very dark brown, almost black colour, and the ceilings were red. Yep, red. So over the last year or so, I have put a layer of white paint on some parts of the ceiling, and then I stopped because I realised we were going to be having other work done. We've got holes in the walls because there was a Rayburn heater in this area, well, a cooker, and very soon after we moved in that was condemned, so we had to have that removed. And then it was so dark in here, we thought actually the best thing to do would be to have some skylights put in. So we now have skylights. Those have gone in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Hooray! It's now not like a bat cave in our house anymore. It is chaotic. We've had nearly 5 months of renovation works being done in the house. And we've literally just been moving things from one place to another, from one room to another, chasing them around. So now we've got that lovely task of spending a bit of time finding where everything has just been put and hidden for the meantime, and put it back to where we actually want it to be. And while all these renovations have been going on, I've also been doing other things. So I have written my next book, which is called The Seasoned Gardener, and is available to pre-order from my website, bytherfarm.com. And in November I took a trip to London to an event at the Savoy Hotel, and it was the Garden Media Guild Awards, and they're like the Oscars of gardening media here in the UK. And I'm delighted to say that I came home with this, which is the award for blog or vlog of the year 2022. So we have been living in utter chaos for months and months now, and it's been quite hard going, but it's all for a good cause. And I'll just this door. So this door just leads into a cupboard, and everybody who comes here says, "Oh, we love the door." Okay, so Mr. J and I really don't like the door. And when we get this area sorted out, that's coming out, and we will sell that door. So watch this space. I'll let you know when that's going to be for sale. But what we have had done is I've had a new doorway put in from this area in the kitchen going through to a room in there, which means that the flow in the house has completely changed. The way we can move around it has changed, and it's been fabulous actually. So the door looks a mess because I have put on one layer of undercoat on it so far. There's like a plastic film on the door here, so I can carry on painting it, finish getting the door ready, then take the film off, and hopefully then it'll be really neat. The glass will be really neat on it. And so all the doors in the house, as I replace them, if I can, I'm going to have glass ones, which will allow the light to move around the house. But this room will eventually then be our new, very nice boots room. So we'll come in through a doorway there, into this room, to be able to put all our coats and boots away, and it will very definitely feel like a very useful hall in comparison to the tiny little squeezy space that we have at the moment. So I'm very pleased about that. And then behind me the wall will come across here, and there will be a door or two going in that direction. And then this end of the kitchen, to start with, will still be our kitchen, and we do have to do this in phases because we just don't have the funds to do everything at once, and also if we did everything at once we'd have to move out. We're not going to do that, we're just going to do it bit by bit. So this will carry on being the kitchen in the meantime, but eventually that end of the kitchen will get divided off, a bathroom will go in there, and then this will become a bedroom, and the kitchen will be moved to elsewhere in the house. Now, you're getting a warts and all video today. haven't tidied up in the kitchen, haven't tidied up anywhere. So you will see there is a vast amount of washing up waiting to be done. And that's because there are only 2 of us in this house. And so we aren't heating up the hot water for washing up every day. We're doing it every other day to conserve the hot water and conserve the fuel. It's also mighty cold outside, so the water temperature is very low, and we've got to heat it up a long way. So we're just going, okay, we'll live with that chaos for like 2 days at a time. Then we heat up 1 lot of water and get all the washing up done. Luckily, we have an electric shower, which is separate to that hot water system, so we can at least wash every day. So there'll be bathroom and bedroom, and then in that direction, we turn around and show you. So in that direction, where there is currently our little tiny entrance hall, and this end of the kitchen will become my office, study, whatever we want to call it, but it'll be the place with my desk and my computer, and it's where I will write and where I will edit videos, because at the moment my desk is sitting sort of plonked in the middle of the living room. Here we are in the living room with my desk kind of dumped in the middle of it, lights hanging down over my desk, and it is not ideal because it's a doorway. There's a doorway there, there's the stairs here, there's another door there, so I'm basically in a corridor, and it's not really conducive to great works, but you know, it will all come together. And then at this end of the living room we have got a beautiful fireplace which we absolutely love. But when we first moved here, it had an enormous fire in it. We had to have that replaced. And I made a video about that. And if you haven't seen that, I will leave a link on the screen and in the video description for you to be able to find that. That was a really interesting day when they came to take that out. So anyway, here we are. The walls are incredibly thick in this cottage. They are between 2 and 2.5 feet thick. So although it looks quite big from the outside, inside the cottage feels quite small because, well, the walls take up quite a lot of space. Now I would quite like to create this room as our kitchen. It's the largest room in our house, and for me the kitchen is the heart of our home. But there is another room just through that door, which could equally be our kitchen, but if it's not, if the kitchen is not in there, that will then become our lounge. So we will be potentially changing the use of all the rooms in the house. If we decide to keep this as our living room, we'll then get a partition wall put across, so that end with the fire where we sit in the evenings is very warm and very cosy and very snug. We don't entertain in our lounge. We entertain if people come round. We'll always sit in the kitchen, have some food, have cups of tea, whatever, but we'll always be in the kitchen, or we'll then go out into the garden. So our lounge is just our space. Eventually we want to completely change the layout of our home, and we've got the doorway put in so that the new hall will work for us. Mr. J is just about to come through and light a fire for the day. It's still quite nippy and we're enjoying having the extra heat in the house. So we will be rearranging the rooms. What we do need to do is something with the ceiling here, because at the moment they've got lovely beams which were dark when we moved in, and I've given a quick lick of paint to lighten them up here, so they were all like that. But this is the floorboards from the room above, so there's no insulation there. So we need to get in some sound insulation and some heat insulation to just to make this room work better for us, and also to create some privacy for upstairs, and also to stop all the heat rushing up the stairs and making upstairs incredibly hot while downstairs is really still quite cold. 2021 and 22 were years of remedial work, of renovations and just repairing our house. And now we're looking forward to 2023 being the year that we will start really making this house our home.